Hi everyone and welcome to TNT on a spectacular morning, not a breath of air, here at Turtle Beach. Now we will be bringing you up to date with all the matters concerning the Thais in Israel, but we're going to start with some stories about foreigners. One who's been here for a long time, not necessarily legally. So we'll start today's program with that big overstay story, and from ASEANnow.com, Indian man arrested after 3,168 days visa overstay in Thailand. You have to take your shoes and socks off to work out exactly how long that is. Don't worry, the article does it for you. There's a picture of the gentleman, sort of blanked out by ASEAN Now, with the policeman proudly displaying his catch. On October the 10th, authorities in Uthai Thani apprehended Bangrat Kumar, a 38-year-old Indian national, for overstaying his visa. Kumar had been residing unlawfully in the Kingdom of Thailand since his permission of stay expired. It says Kumar entered Thailand on December the 16th, 2014, about 6 months after the army coup, never applied for a visa extension. Initially moving to Thailand with the assistance of an Indian broker, Kumar made his living as a street vendor. He once had a Thai spouse, but they're now separated. So it sounds like when she left, she took the calendar as well. And upon inspection of the records, authorities found that Kumar had overstayed by a staggering 3,168 days. As a result, he was arrested and charged for residing in the country beyond the legal period, and the next steps involved the legal process and eventual deportation from Thailand, with a don't come back stamp as well. And the writers say the incident underscores the ongoing effort by Thai authorities to monitor and control immigration. And the photo in the original story came from Siam Rat, translated by ASEAN Now. More news about foreigners, and we head to Koh Samui, and it says Swedish man found with 4 guns and 200 bullets on Samui Island. This reported by the Pattaya Some discrepancy in the nationality of the gentleman. We'll find out about that later. There he is, face blanked out, but certainly a couple of arms full of tattoos there. A team from the Immigration Bureau searched a house of Mr. Adam, a 33-year-old Swedish national, says this story. In Boput on Koh Samui, police found 3 handguns, a rifle and more than 200 bullets, and he was taken to the Boput police station. Mr. Adam reportedly admitted to Thai police that he likes to collect guns and enjoys shooting. He said he ordered the guns and bullets online, and some guns were borrowed from his friends. And for their part, police said, we found that these guns and bullets were ordered online from the northeast of Thailand. Mr. Adam used these guns to practice shooting at a shooting range on Samui Island. Many of his online posts also seem to threaten other foreigners. Mr. Adam has a fitness business and has stayed in Thailand for a long time. Then it says Mr. Adam is facing charges of illegal possession of firearms and ammunition. So reported in the Pattaya News as a Swede, but a different report from ASEANnow.com says Danish danger on Thai island, illegal firearms arrest on Koh Samui. And this story, originally written in the Tiger, would have been translated from some Thai source and then reprinted. And Thai police apprehended a Danish man in Koh Samui, an island in the southern province of Suratani, for his illegal possession of firearms. And it says the Danish man may face imprisonment for up to 10 years, a fine of up to 20,000 baht, or both, for possessing a gun without permission, according to Section 7 of the Act on Firearms, Ammunition, Explosive Fireworks and Imitation Firearms. So we're not really sure if Mr. Adam was Danish or Swedish. Let's say he was Scandinavian. Either way, he's in a little bit of trouble on Koh Samui. Now, the next story involves 2 foreigners, and once again reported by the PattayaNews.com. A foreign man suffers serious head injuries in Pattaya traffic accident, and a 66-year-old foreigner of unknown nationality fell off his motorbike, knocked his head on the road in Pattaya, resulting in serious injuries. And the incident occurred when the victim abruptly applied the brakes after seeing a car reversing onto the road ahead of him. Well, that's according to the car driver. Incident happened in Nong Pru in the Chonburi province, and the rescue team found a red Yamaha Fino motorcycle, and not far from it was a parked sedan, which was driven by an unidentified foreigner who was waiting at the scene. And the motorbike driver was identified as Bashford Ongard, who was aged 66. He was found lying on the road. And then it says after receiving initial medical assistance, he was promptly transported to the nearest hospital. Rescue workers say the man was not wearing a motorbike helmet. And the sedan driver insisted that there was no actual collision between them and that the injured person just fell on his own. Never any shortage of stories about foreigners on motorbikes and foreigners on motorbikes without a helmet. Some stories about foreigners there in Thailand leading the way on TNT. And next we're going to be checking on what's happening with Thais trying to get back to Thailand from the situation in Israel. Now, a big thank you to our sponsors, 5 Star Marine. There's a link in the description below which has got a special deal for TNT viewers, or you can go to the website 5starmarinephuket.com and have a look at all the great places that you can visit off the island of Phuket with Sean and the team at 5 Star Marine. Heading now to Israel and the latest information, Thai PBS World reports 20 Thais believed killed in Gaza, 14 kidnapped, over 5,000 want to return home, and 2 more Thai workers have been killed in Israel, bringing the death toll to 20, while the number of those injured and abducted has risen to 13 and 14 respectively. This from the Thai Foreign Ministry, and Thai seeking to return to Thailand has now increased to 5,019. 19 have announced their intention to remain in Israel. And regarding the report in the Times of Israel that 14 Thais have been found and rescued by Israeli forces, the Foreign Ministry said they're a separate group who are not among the 14 who were reported to have been held hostage by Hamas. A lot of disinformation flowing around about that story in a lot of social media. Best we can do is read from the Foreign Ministry and official news sources. But we move from that story to our travelling Prime Minister and nation Thailand reporting that Malaysia and Thailand agreed to form task forces to boost ties. Well, he was in Hong Kong on the weekend, then tripped to Brunei, currently in Malaysia. And there's a photo of him with the Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. And Malaysia and Thailand have agreed to form a number of task forces to boost existing ties, according to the Prime Minister of Malaysia. And these would include task forces on tourism, trade, food security and agriculture, as well as border security issues. And that, of course, referring to the Thai border with the 3 Thai provinces where there's been so much violence over the past 25 years or so. And Anwar added that Thailand remained an important and key neighbour to Malaysia and said he was pleased with the pragmatic outcomes of the bilateral meeting. The Malaysian PM said Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin has been forthcoming and hopefully we can increase trade and investments as well as complement each other as neighbours and benefit immensely from the experience of both countries. Srettha arrived in Malaysia today. That would have been yesterday for a 2-day working visit. This was his inaugural visit to Malaysia after being sworn in as the Prime Minister of Thailand on September 5. And in 2022, Thailand was Malaysia's 7th largest trading partner globally and ranked 3rd amongst ASEAN member countries. And another industry to benefit from that meeting yesterday was the car industry. CowSodenglish.com reports Chinese car maker Geely and Malaysia's Proton consider EV plant in Thailand, according to the Thai Prime Minister. And Malaysia's national car maker Proton and its Chinese partner Geely are considering setting up a plant in Thailand to produce electric vehicles. This from the Thai PM yesterday. And the PM said after talks with Malaysian leader Anwar Ibrahim that the 2 sides would hold a meeting to identify the next step and move forward quickly, which seems to be the way that the Prime Minister's working with just about everything at the moment, getting on with the job. He didn't provide further details. Geely holds a 49.9% stake in Proton. Proton, a well-known brand of car in Malaysia. Drive around Malaysia, you'll see plenty of Proton, not necessarily the most outstanding cars. Hopefully they'll benefit from that investment from the Chinese car maker Geely. But on to the southern border issue. Seta said he and Anwar also discussed a long-running Muslim separatist insurgency in southern Thailand on the border with Malaysia, which had claimed about 7,000 lives since 2004. Malaysia had hosted and facilitated peace talks between separatist groups and the Thai government, but little progress has been made. So that's Thailand's very own long-running, difficult-to-solve border dispute. Well, where's the Prime Minister off to next? Well, Channel News Asia reports the Thai PM Seta to make official visit to Singapore. And the Prime Minister will make an official visit to Singapore today at the invitation of Prime Minister Lee. And Prime Minister Seta will receive a ceremonial welcome and call on the President of Singapore, and then he'll meet the Prime Minister Lee, who will host an official lunch in his honour. Given all these official banquets the Prime Minister's been attending, he'll be needing a gym membership when he gets back. And it says in 2022, Singapore was Thailand's 8th largest trading partner, while Thailand was in turn Singapore's 9th. So I'm not sure where the Prime Minister's heading after Singapore. I suspect he's probably heading back to Thailand. Let's see what's happening here in Thailand. BangkokPost.com reporting on high alert for a new warning system. And we spoke about this last week, the idea of having a warning system that would come to phones when there was emergency in your immediate area. And the DES has teamed up with the NBTC to develop an effective emergency alert system to provide timely warnings and help keep people safe. And the PM, Seta Tawisin, wants a public alert system for specific areas to mitigate risks for the public. And the DES minister said that on October the 3rd, Siam Paragon sent an SMS alert to tenants about the shooting, but there was no state agency to forward the alert to people in the area. And the ministry plans to launch, within 1 month, a location-based SMS system that can provide alerts nationwide. In the medium term, a cell broadcast system will be launched that's a better and faster alert system than sending SMS alerts. And he says a cell broadcast can immediately send a message to all mobile phones or communication devices within a specified area. But according to the ministry, a location-based SMS alert system takes 15 to 20 minutes, then another 1 to 20 minutes to send messages to the targeted persons, and a cell broadcast sends messages directly via radio cells and doesn't require mobile phone users to download an application to use it. And the minister said the cell broadcast system would be ready to be deployed within 6 months to 1 year. So one way or the other, it looks like we're going to have a better warning system built into the mobile telephone network here in Thailand. And we go to a story now with the police. We've been used to their haircuts for many years. Looks like there's about to be a change. Reported in BangkokPost.com, male cops can have longer hair. Just checking the new police commissioner, not a person who's likely to be wearing the new hairstyle, but the National Police has revised police regulations to allow male officers to grow their hair up to 5 centimetres long. In this regard, a police officer is allowed to grow his hair on top of his head no more than 5 centimetres, while both the sides and the back of his head should be less than 1 centimetre. And previously, a male officer had to have very short hairstyle with both sides and the back of the head completely shaved. In addition, police officers assigned to investigation, intelligence, narcotics suppression, or who are stationed in at-risk areas are allowed to have a high fade haircut. I'm sorry, I don't really know what that is, but permission must be granted by their superiors with the rank of superintendent and above. But what about the girls? Well, regarding women officers with long hair, the source said they must tie their hair properly with a black hairpin. And male officers will now not have to get a haircut once a week, saving those who go to private barbers money. It's not known if the change is in response to calls from the police themselves. So the new police commissioner on the job, changing the hairstyles of male police, but it looks like they'll still be the boys in brown, but at least the boys in brown with slightly longer hair. A big thanks to our sponsor, 5 Star Marine, an invitation for you to subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you're more up to date with things happening in Thailand. Been really great to have you with us for the past 15 minutes. We hope to see you again tomorrow.